absolutely devastating. Gruder drives forward, he thinks about the best course of action, and that's to find Adeniyi. Welbeck's out there, and Welbeck wide. Welbeck, Gruder, over the top, great ball as well. Ayari in! Brilliant finish. Yasin Ayari sneaking in behind to equalise for the Albion. Elliott to Szoboszlai, and Szoboszlai, remarkable. Liverpool restore their lead. It'll be Welbeck and palmed away by Alisson. Gakpo beyond his man, Gakpo across, Salah wide. Oh, you don't see that too often. Welbeck, options ahead of him. Estupiñán again. Estupiñán cuts it back. Gruder leaves it for Welbeck. Brilliant, great stop from Alisson. Round the corner for Nunez. Bradley, still Liverpool. Salah for Bruggen with a wonderful save. Still going, Carlos Baliba. Now he offloads it to Mitoma. Estupiñán's on the overlap, he squeezed it through. Welbeck, Alisson with the save. Mitoma! Kaoru Mitoma does the damage. Off the bench, instant impact. Brighton back level. Weaver gets forward, great run from him, he goes down. Andrew Madley says no. Mitoma. O'Reilly across, and at the back post, they've scored. Brighton think they've scored, but the flag is raised. It's given. Brighton can celebrate. Jack Hinshelwood straight off the...
That was a wrap yesterday, a game that we saw between Brighton and Liverpool, which ended 3-2 in favour of Brighton. On that winning note, I say welcome to the Tuesday edition of Sport Today on the biggest sporting platform on 103.5 FM, broadcasting live from Bodija. Here in the brown roof city of Ibadan. Here we serve the latest, nothing from the biggest, coming from the world of sport. Trust me, on the show this afternoon, we take a dive into the game that went down yesterday. And when the time is right, I will listen to the coach of Liverpool talking about Arne Slot, sharing his opinion after 90 minutes of action yesterday. We talk about the game that will be going down later today. Bournemouth will be playing against City. Yes, I will listen to Pep Guardiola on the show also this afternoon. We'll talk about other games that will be going down and take a dive into the National Sports Festival going down in Abeokuta, the Gateway Game 2024. We'll talk about Team Oyo, and of course their performance right there, winning gold, and for Delta State starting well right there in Abeokuta. We talk about all the actions are going down in the world of transfer. Don't forget, stories are coming from the world of tennis this afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you're just joining for the first time, this is Sport Today on the biggest sporting platform on 103.5 FM. My name is Ayomikun Adeniyi. Of course, you can simply call me Purity. Guess what? I'm on the driving seat this afternoon, taking you through the ever interesting, ever sensating, ever controversial, ever heartbreaking world of sport. Let's start the show this afternoon, shall we? Starting from football, the people's game. And of course, we start with the game that we saw yesterday, right there at the Premier League. What a game we saw between Brighton and Liverpool yesterday. Yes, from the blast of the whistle, Liverpool are starting well, getting the first goal in that game. But then for Brighton, they came back into the party, getting the maximum 3 points needed after that game. So it's getting more interesting for Brighton. Of course, you know, for Liverpool, done and dusted for them already. They are the crown champions of the Premier League, and they did that in a very beautiful fashion. Remember that in their last 3 games, they lost against Chelsea, they drew against Arsenal, and just yesterday they also lost against Brighton. Yes, as we speak now, talking about Brighton, 8 on the log with 58 points after playing 37 games, recording 15 victories. They drew 13 so far, so good this season, losing 9 games. And for Liverpool, they are the reigning champions. Of course, in case you don't know, that is no more news anymore. Recording 83 points after winning 25 games. So we wait to what will happen later today. 2 games will be going down. Like I told you, Crystal Palace will be playing against Wolverhampton Wanderers later today. The FA Cup winners will be in action today at home, of course. Welcoming Wolverhampton Wanderers, and for City, they will be at the Etihad Stadium playing against Bournemouth in a must-win encounter for City because City are currently 60 on the log after playing 36 games and winning 19 games. Through it, they lost 9 games so far so good this season, recording 65 points. So we'll look into what will happen later today right there in the world of football. But then let's listen to Ernest Lord talking about their performance yesterday right there in the Premier League against Brighton.
What did you make of the performance?
2 very good teams playing against each other, wanting to play football, no time wasting, no diving, nothing about that. Just was a joy to watch both teams trying to play as they did. And I think momentum changed during the game. There was a moment when we were on 2-1. I think we controlled the game. I waited for us to score the third. That probably would have killed the game, but we didn't. And when they scored the 2-2, I think momentum swung towards them. And they did score the third one. So great game of football. Unfortunately, not with the result we wanted.
And actually, it feels like that key moment at 2-1 up was when that ball came the way of Mo Salah inside the 6-yard box. And you know that 99 times out of 100, that's going in the back of the net. But today was the one.
Yeah, and these moments at this level do make a difference, because at certain levels you can miss many of these chances because the next one will come, the next one will come. Just before that, he gave not the similar chance, but quite a good chance towards Federico, which was very well blocked by Van Hecke. Yeah, and then we played the number 8 in the Premier League, and they are able to bring in Mitoma. That tells you probably everything about how strong this league is.
But and on that note, actually, because I know you said during the week that you'd like to get a couple of, in your words, extra weapons in for next season. So did that highlight that for you tonight then, the need for extra quality coming from the bench? Is that what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is that the number 8 of the Premier League started with 2 very good wingers, and were able to bring Mitoma in. And that tells you that if you don't score the third one, it's hard to win a game of football at this level in an away game, because we're not the first who lose over here. It's a hard place to go, and then you cannot miss chances like we did if you want to gild the game, because, like I said, the number 8 in the Premier League has the ability, finances, whatever you want to call it, or so many quality that they can not start with Mitoma, bring him in, and I think in both goals he played a vital role.
And you made 4 changes tonight to your team. I mean, you haven't rotated your team a lot this season, but I'm guessing tonight was just about giving opportunities to players who have played their part, but not necessarily have been central roles.
Yeah, played their part in certain games, played their part definitely at our training ground. And I think the Chelsea game and this game were moments for them to show themselves, and they've worked so hard throughout the whole season that they deserved playing time as well, because many of them have to go
Yes, Liverpool manager talking about the game that went down yesterday between Brighton. Of course, they lost the game 3-2. Of course, they are the reigning champions of the Premier League. All right, away from that now, let's focus on the game that will be going down today. It's going to be a big one for City, a must-win game for them, like I mentioned earlier, because they are 60 on the log as we speak. So a win for them today will make it 68 points. Of course, they will go straight to third position ahead of Newcastle United with 66 points. Chelsea also with 66 points. I remember that Chelsea won their last game against United to sit fourth on the log. So it's a must-win game for City later this evening. And for Bournemouth, they are currently 11th on the log. But then anything can just happen in that game. Remember that the first leg of this encounter saw Bournemouth winning that particular game. So a win for them later today will take them to 56 points on the log. Of course, they will be straight to 7th. So it's a must-win game for Bournemouth if they are dreaming to play the Euros next season. But then let's wait and see what will happen at the end of 90 minutes. It's going to be action full in that game. But then let's listen to Pep Guardiola also speaking, focusing on the game that we're going down later this evening right there at the Etihad Stadium.
Won the Premier League, and Manchester City that won the Community Shield. The other teams didn't win the trophies. So when the other teams, like is Chelsea, and of course Chelsea can win one title, and of course Tottenham and the final against Betis, and after United and Tottenham can start to score a goal.
Hi Pep, just 2 days on from Wembley. Have you had a chance to process and review what happened in that game?
No, I didn't see the game. I'm focused in Bournemouth. When I have just 2 or 3 days, I don't have much time to watch it. Maybe tonight I'm going to review, so I want to see some images to tomorrow show to the players. But I was in last night and this morning Bournemouth.
How crucial has tomorrow's game now become, and can you compare it to big finals that you've played in the past year?
Of course it's important. I've been the last 13 or 14 or 15 years. I don't remember in Champions League we want to be. But if we are not beat, because we don't deserve it.
Pep Guardiola talking about the game that we're going down later today. Remember, they lost right there against Crystal Palace at the FA Cup just this weekend. They lost that game by a long goal. Crystal Palace securing that famous victory right there at the FA Cup. We're talking about Bournemouth and City later today. The last time they met, 2025 this year, March 30th. Of course, it was a big one for City winning that game at the FA Cup. Of course, at the Premier League, we saw Bournemouth securing victory at home against City, 2-1. So what will happen again later this evening, or to play for later this evening? Guys, you are still on to Sport Today on Honor 103.5 FM. Serving the latest and the biggest coming from the world of sport. Guess what? We'll be good on a short commercial break right about now. And when we return from this break, we take stories from the Nigerian scene, take stories from the National Sport Festival. Team Oyo winning gold medal just yesterday. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
On 103.5 FM.
Imagine having the freedom to work, play, and connect without interruptions. That is what fast internet means to us. At Highward Networks, we are passionate about delivering super fast, unlimited internet that is 6 times faster than the competition. Whether you're working from home, running a business, or streaming your favorite shows, we've got you covered. A reliable internet and 24/7 customer support ensure you stay connected always. So what are you waiting for? Join the iWorld Networks family today and discover a seamless internet experience. Call Jeffrey on 081 3058 9466 or visit our website www.iwn.ng to get started. iWorld Networks, connected possibilities.
Children's Day is here again. Hey kids, get ready, get set, and get excited for the fun of your life. Come experience sing-alongs, dance, poetry, cultural displays, paintings, and loads of surprises all in one unforgettable day. Your darling station, Honor FM, in collaboration with Odunlade Arts and Culture Connections, proudly presents Children's Day 2025. May 27th, 2025. Venue number 2, Ladoke Akintola Street, Tunde Odunlade Art Gallery, Ibadan. It's going to be educative, entertaining, exciting, and absolutely fantastic. Registration just for 2,000 naira per child. Special offer for schools, 10,000 naira for 10 students. For more information, do call 0816-384-2577 or 0808-607-5600. Don't miss it. Make it a date. May 27th, 2025. Come one, come all. This event is proudly powered by 7-Up Bottling Company and Fan Milk Nigeria PLC.
On 103.5 FM.
right, welcome back from that short commercial break. In case just turning in, this is Sport Today on Honor 103.5 FM. All right, guys, let's travel straight to Abeokuta this afternoon and take stories from the National Sports Festival action that is going down right there immediately after the opening ceremony on Sunday. Just yesterday, we saw brief performance. Today, also, action has resumed both from handball to badminton. We'll talk about all those trending stories coming from Abeokuta this afternoon, starting with Oyo State and Nigeria weightlifter Lawan Rafiat Folashade has made a remarkable impact right there at the ongoing National Sports Festival, also known as the Gateway Ogun 2024, competing in the 59 kg female category. The Commonwealth champion and Olympic secure an impressive 3 gold medal right there in Abeokuta. Achievements include 1 gold medal in a snatch event, other gold medals right there in the clean and jack event, and of course the 3rd gold medal for overall performance. Lawan's outstanding performance only highlight exceptional talent, but also contribute to the growing recognition of weightlifting right there in Nigeria. Congratulations to the reigning and of course reigning champion representing Oyo State right there in the female badminton event. Earlier today, we saw Team Oyo defeating Team Jos by 3 rounds right there in the round of 16, moving straight to the quarterfinals of the badminton event going on in Abeokuta. Also in Taekwondo, we have Oyo State Taekwondo athlete talking about Aruna Usman and of course Aruna Kodjirat. Of course, they are doing well right there in Abeokuta as we speak now, doing well, getting the winning. Of course, they won the promise to win several medals coming from Abeokuta. Of course, talking about Usman securing a bronze medal in the men's Taekwondo that went down earlier as of today, and for Kudirat also earning a bronze medal right there in the female category. Additionally, we take stories from the handball that is going down in Abeokuta at day 1. We saw Team Edo up against Team Enugu just yesterday. It was a walkover because Team Enugu failed to show up in that particular game. Kano against Niger. We saw Niger State winning that particular game, recording 25 points ahead of 24 points from Kano, guys. And Sokoto up against Lagos just yesterday, just 1 point separating both teams. It was a victory for the team Lagos, recording 25 points in that particular encounter. Later today, FCT will be against Kano, Osun will play against Sokoto, Enugu also will be playing against Adamawa. These are the action that will be going down in the handball. Yes, it's going to be action pack later today in the world of cricket. Cricket will resume also today, and of course we have the division of teams into groups. In Group A from the men's category, we have Team Delta in Group A alongside Edo and Imo State. In Group B, we have Team Kaduna, Team Ogun State, the host, and Team Zamfara. And in Group C, we have Team Oyo, Team Kwara, and Team Lagos, all making the first 3 groups